Hello out there in Videoland, it's me again, the lazy video gamer, and as you know, and you can see in the back, I'm a huge fan of the Sega Mega CD, especially for Tom Cadali, but I'm too lazy to talk about this game. Instead, I show you this. I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to change the wrong dramatics in the disclaimer.
Dungeon Explorer. Yeah, you guessed it right. It's another dungeon crawler. The Mega CD was not only known for many full motion video games, it was very popular for the genre of the dungeon crawlers. Surprisingly. Or not surprisingly, because you could save on the system. And with such a game, when you have almost 10 minutes to get start in the game, saving is a good option, is a good opportunity. For my case, I don't like dungeon crawlers mostly, and I played this game only for this reviewing. I bought it for collector purpose. I'm not a fan of the genre, and I had more fun with Shining Force. Okay? That's honest and brutally honest. It has clunky animations, a good sound from the standpoint of the quality, but it's also nothing spectacular. You could do this game except for the CD music on a module, no big deal. Of course, you have to create a party, then go on to your journey. You can go to shops and wizards. I never got into deep in such games. Yeah, there are many other games I like more to play than those dungeon crawlers for hours, weeks and months. So you also can see that I get very fast game over. The next game, as you can hear it, as a cool synchronized intro and a little bit cooler animation in the intro than on the module. Samurai Showdown was also released, of course not only on the Neo Geo, it was also released on the Mega Drive. The differences weren't that big. Of course, there are the loading times, but you'll be rewarded with a fantastic sound and a little bit better graphics, but just really little. The difference between the CD version and the module isn't that big, but the price difference today between module and CD, it's insanely. Many of those games that I show you in this episode of the Mega CD Sunday are late titles and very rare. The system was in its final breaths, and the quantity of produced games were small. If you wanted for that game and you don't have the big fat wallet, look out for reproduction. If you play the game, as I mentioned, you have fantastic sound and great graphics. Also from GVC Funcom, Fatal Fury Special. It's funny, both games are very rare, and there are people out there who telling you the Adventures of Batman and Robin is the holy grail for every Mega CD collection. In my opinion, Fatal Fury Special. It's rarer than a not smelting ice cube on a hot summer day. I found it or saw it in my searching time 2 times. One in Spain and one in Australia. It's expensively high in price, but as you can hear, you would be rewarded not only with good graphics, also with a fantastic CD quality sound. Maybe one of the cheapest games from this show is Lords of Thunder. It was also released on the PC Engine CD. It's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up with a fantastic, cool sound. You have this upgrade shop like in an RPG. And you can choose between 3 types of, let me say, fighters: water, fire and sand. And that makes a difference in which opponents you can defeat more easily. A lot of enemies, a lot of projectiles, big bosses. It makes a lot of fun, but as I said, it's the cheapest of, or maybe the cheapest of the games from this show. Don't expect a game for $100. The asking price is also in this game rising. The Space Adventure Cobra was, when I bought it, known as the cheaper alternative to Snatcher. Nowadays that doesn't count anything anymore.
There it is.
It doubled the price, the asking price, when you find an exemplar. Especially in the Mega CD, it's the asking prices are really insane. What actually is quite funny, because the Mega CD has no copy protection, so you could, yeah. But let's jump right to the story of this bounty hunter Cobra. It's basically a visual novel with the opportunity to choose your path or to find the right way. Because if you don't take the right answer or ask the right question, it's like in statue, you don't move forward. It works a lot with still images, but it serves the story well enough. So, this game, I'll cut the intro because it is very long. It's very bloody. It is the CD version of Deep Water's Eternal Champion. Eternal Champion, of course, is a fighting game in this graphical style of, yeah, let me say, Street Fighter, and the gore and the blood from a Mortal Kombat. It is very bloody and gory. This game, the difference between the module and the CD is big. Not only the intro, not only the sound, it came with a lot of more fighters. But when this game was released, there were so many fighting games out there, you easily could oversee it. And in my opinion, that was what happened. I can explain why this game was a big hit. There were just too many Street Fighters and King of Fighters and Fatal Furies and Rival Curves and Final Fights, and the list would go on out there in Videoland. So yeah. It's not another Sonic game. It is
A fierce battle with dark.
Shining Force CD.
When the Runefaust army.
It's basically a conversation of the Game Gear Shining Forces
Lords of Max
pressed on a CD
Dark Dragon
and
was defeated.
decorated with an audio intro. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not the biggest fan of those RPGs. I like to have more action. But I played it. I played it a long time and I had a great time and fun. But you have to invest a lot of time when you play this game. It's not a game that you can finish in a day, in a week. Maybe 1 or 2 months. If you keep on going on and stay to this game. Nice, cuddly cutscenes. What else can I say? The battles are long and go over many rounds. And many opponents. If you like those games and you find it for cheap, go for it and have a great time. So, and that was it almost for this Mega CD Sunday. I'm holding here, of course, my holy grail, the real holy grail for every Mega CD collector in Europe, Fatal Fury Special. I mentioned it, it's almost impossible to find a copy. I found it, I show you that, and I told you in Australia. So Australia had some rating stickers on it. And when you have the sticker on it, you don't want to change the case. So I'm very happy that it is still in a good condition. I bought it several years ago for, yeah, let me say it honestly, a high price, a collector's price, and I hope it was a collector and someone who loved this game who sold it, and not only a person who wanna make a buck out of it on the reason he knew that the game is rare. Also rare, and that's funny, that's real, that amused me, is the demo CD for this game, given away by subscribing or have a subscription to certain game magazines, is also very rare and in my opinion crazy expensive for what it is. It's not the whole game, it's just a demo. You can choose between 1, 2 or 3 fighters, if I remember correct. But there are people out there who are charging you also a decent kind of money for that. I think, yeah, no. I got it not for a high price, but when I think about what I paid for some games, yeah. As I said it once, I said it now twice or the third time, we all have to decide by ourselves what we do with our money. So it was me worth the price that I paid it. I played it from time to time. Of course, nowadays with my caps, it's not that necessarily to play this version, this CD so much often. I have the opportunity to play a lot of games, and yeah, let that be the final word. Doesn't matter which games that you have, enjoy your games, have fun with it. Welcome to the next level. Don't forget, the modding is never over, and I hope we see each other soon.
Just a lazy video gamer, too even too lazy to get an own theme song.